welcome to I Do. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together and welcome Futhi as our program director for the evening. She is the CEO of Shanduga. Let's put our hands together, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, good evening, everyone, and happy Valentine's Day, everybody. And I must say, it's really impressive to see all the men here today. I know it's typically very painful for the guys to come up on Valentine's Day evening, so well done to all of you. And I must say, the ladies are looking absolutely gorgeous, eh? Yeah. Well, welcome everyone, and I think we're all very privileged tonight to be coming to this inaugural event of the I Do brand, which is being launched this evening. And I think we were very, very fortunate to be able to be here tonight to see this whole concept that is being launched today. And I think what is significant about this the most is that we often don't get positive messages about relationships and marriages and healthy family homes. And so what Fisogu Media is seeking to do through its leader, Felicia Buthelezi, they are seeking to create positive messages and positive communication about something that is so fundamental to our lives, and that is having happy families. And so, as we celebrate today, Valentine's Day, we also celebrate love, and we celebrate families, we celebrate the whole institution of being together, because after all, that is what life is about. It's about togetherness. And the first prize that we'd like to give out is to the first registered couple. And we're going to be reviewing a movie, and there'll be just a little bit of dialogue on the movie as well. But mostly for you to have a look at the movie, enjoy it, and hopefully learn from it, from some of the mistakes that sometimes couples can make. We'll be moving into the movie house shortly. If you can just give us just 2 minutes and we'll be moving in shortly now. Thank you. I'd like us to please put our hands together as we welcome on stage this very wonderful mother, wife, and sister and friend to so many people around her, Felicia Buthelezi. Thank you, Futhi.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to thank you all for taking time out to share the Valentine's Day with us. Welcome to the official launch of the I Do brand. And what a better occasion to send this ship out into the water than the Valentine's Day. I Do is a brand that aims to inspire and support married couples and those who aspire to be married through the events like this one, the foundation, its website, and soon the I Do publication. The I Do brand came into being when I, as a businesswoman, a wife, and a mother, struggled to find a balance between my roles. And the high rate of divorce in our country also motivated me to start working on I Do. Having said this, I Do doesn't replace your family beliefs. It does not replace your strong foundation in God. But it aims to bring a support to our homes, to be able to talk about our daily challenges and face them as they are. We need to talk about these issues for us to move forward in our relationships and heal. There is no healing in silence. As the ship is ready to sail, I invite you to join us and be part of this amazing opportunity. The opportunity to partner with us, associate your brand with us, and make this work for all of us. Well, that now you have been introduced to my passion and our brand I Do. Allow me to end here with a quote by Sam Kidd. We come to love not by finding a perfect person, but by learning to see an imperfect person perfect. I look forward to connect with you personally, and should you wish to hear more about us, I shall be around enjoying the evening with you. You can also visit our website www.idomagazine.co.za. Thank you, and may you all have a lovely evening. I will now call upon Dr. Luck to thank all our sponsors, without whom this evening would not be possible. Before Dr. Luck comes forward, there is one sponsor that is not on the list, and that is my husband. And I would like to thank my husband for his support. Nothing compares to being supported at home. I thank you, babes, for the words of encouragement.
But there's a little small codicil that says for better or for worse. And I want to tell the ladies, especially when I counsel for marriage, you know, I say the guy that you have is the guy you're marrying. That's the guy. And if you don't like him today, he's not going to be different tomorrow. Now he'll own you, so it'll be worse to get away. He'll get away before. But there's a thing called better or worse, and we have come to a culture that decides that when it gets to be worse, we don't like it. And so we say things like, I don't love you anymore. And then some idiot invented irreconcilable differences. What's that? What does that mean, irreconcilable differences? The thing fit when you were going out, so it still fits. You know the thing. I'm a street pastor. Please forgive me. My son, Pastor Paul, is here. He'll lay his hands on me later. But
The best dressed couple tonight.
twins and wives are never trained.
Let's love them, ladies and gentlemen. They're looking good. Wow.
For me, what comes strongly through in this movie is insecure men. Although they're very good, strong role models there, I think what is missing in South African society today for me is good role models. And for me, it starts with the head of the family. Once you put the head of the family, the spiritual head of the family, back into his place, we will cure a lot of the evils that we're having in our society today. South African men just have issues in that, number one, they don't say, I love you. They have this issue, but they can see I love them. There's food on the table up there. You know, why must I say? They know. My children and my wife know. But it is so important, ladies, if you agree with me, that we actually hear those words. And it's not about a male African pride thing. Peter says in the Bible, and I happen to be a Christian, 1 Peter 3:7 says, men, love your wives with understanding. Now, before you say yes, I think Peter was aiming a bit high because I've been married 18 years. I still don't understand my wife. And I think the reason why I don't understand my wife is because when God made Eve, he put man to sleep. He said to Adam, listen Adam, you just lie there, I'm going to make a woman. Can you imagine, men, if we were awake, what a woman would look like? We'd be adding in all sorts of suggestions like, Lord, wait a minute, can you make that bigger? Make that bigger.
Sheila in this film is with the two men in her life. And she says at one point, the hardest thing in the world is to have a good man when you've had a bad one. The hardest thing in the world is to have a good man when you've had a bad one. Because quite often we punish our present partners for the sins of the past ones. And we don't give them a chance. And sometimes it's not because we've been divorced. If you look at one of the themes of this film is trust. Trust. Now, two people struggle with that. Number one, the very person, the loud mouth, the one nurses call has an incontinency of speech. That's the one person in the film who defines trust as it's written in the book, in the psychologist's book. Very funny. But she's got her marriage together. However, she's crazy. She's crazy because she doesn't trust.
I always say, when you look at the success of any relationship, be it marriage, be it Hojola or anything, that there are three main things that are critical, and the first of them is comradeship. I think too often when people get together, they forget to be friends. They forget to be comrades. They forget to be soulmates. And they just see each other as parents or as partners who are trying to build a home together. There's nothing wrong with it. But I think sometimes we need to be friends. I didn't see much of that in this film where between the couple you could see that these people are friends. They can finish each other's sentence. They can understand each other's heartbeat. And I think it's something that we need to take out of this movie. The failure of couples to become friends. And that's why I talk about comradeship. But I think the second part of comradeship, which is very, very critical, I didn't actually pick up in this movie where you found friends in a very constructive manner, trying to advise people who are experiencing problems. You see, when you get married, it's something that happens between two people who love each other, they're crazy about each other, they're head over heels about each other. But when you take that relationship to the next step, which is marriage, you actually lose that relationship because many other people become stakeholders in that relationship. Your family, your children, your friends, and many well-wishers. People who just want to see us happy. And quite often we don't call on these people when we have problems between ourselves. And I think it is very, very critical that in this aspect of comradeship, we should always be aware that when you get married, it's not only for us. Which is why when you get bored with it or you want to move out of it, you've got to understand that there are many other people who have invested their emotions, they invested their blood in that relationship that you just want to walk out.
And we're at the I Do launch, and
we've just had a fantastic evening celebrating Valentine's evening here at the I Do launch, and it's been a great way to celebrate relationships and marriage and what it takes to have a successful relationship.
Cool, and we wish Felicia and her team all the best in this new venture. We think it's a noble cause, and we're sure they'll meet with a great success. Get the magazine, it'll be worth it.
We're here tonight to come and launch the biggest brand this country has ever seen, I Do, and it is my hope that out of this brand we're going to have a whole lot of positive things that are going to impact the country.
Paul, I couldn't agree with you more. I think our society is just so hungry and in need of positive messages about marriages and relationships, and there's so much reinforcement of negative messages out there. And what we hope we will see with the I Do brand is that we will see more positive reinforcement around the values around relationships and marriages.